All right, and we're back for round 3 of tonight's standard tournament, Friday Night Magic at Lost Legion Games and Comics in South Charleston, West Virginia. Um, this round we've got we've got the pair down. We've got Brett Rose, who's currently undefeated at 2-0. On your right playing Infect, I believe it's a red-green Infect. And then Brandon Gibbs is on the left playing pretty stock blue-white Delver list, and he is 1-1. So we were having some technical difficulties during the previous 2 rounds. The first round, the computer went down. The second round, apparently our audio is not working. So, if that happens, please feel free to just getting confirmation from our one viewer that that the audio is still good. But looks like we just played rock, paper, scissors there. And for like the 3rd time tonight, I have not paid attention to see who won. But again, if you want your own set of rock, paper, scissors cards, simply follow us on Twitter. And then you have an opportunity to win a free one. So we have confirmation, and we are still looking good audio-wise. And our players are resolving mulligans. Shop Institution Brett Rose has played Infect the entire time he has played Magic. He started about a year and a half ago.
I did not know that.
Started as mono green, then he moved into blue black. The blue black deck is basically a blue black control deck that used Fire Extinct Crusaders to win. He's not playing Infect.
Was that Parallel Live?
Yeah, he's playing tokens.
Okay.
I could not be. I feel bad because I'm so crestfallen, but. Brett is he's entirely welcome to play whatever deck he sees fit. You know what I mean?
Do you want me to go out there and tell him
to
switch to Infect real quick?
Go out there and tell him to play another deck, or he's off the team. I don't know what the team is, but he's going to be off it. But, so Brandon starts off with a Ponder. Not a Ponder. That card. Gataxian Probe. So Brett is winning.
You owe me a Coke.
And then he...
Wait, I think it was a Ponder.
He probed, then he pondered.
Okay. That's pretty nice to do both on your first turn.
Yeah.
Not many decks can cast 2 spells on turn 1.
I believe that was kind of an intimidating...
3 spells cast before he untaps for his second turn.
It was an intimidating probe because he saw they had an Elspeth. I believe the flip card in Brett's hand is a Garuk the Relentless. Of course, I could be wrong.
I have no idea.
I have no idea.
So the gut shot sets Brett back considerably, but fortunately the Delver does not blind flip.
Very good first turn for Brandon there.
The last card was not that card would not have been the last card of the Ponder, right?
I believe that.
I'm trying to think if he just didn't have an instant to flip it, or he'd cycled through this. Magic's too hard. I can't remember. He's going to cast something here, which is not going to resolve.
Sword.
He's had all 4 Snapcasters in his hand. Yes,
Jesus Louise.
He still has a pretty good amount of cards in hand for having cast so many already.
Yeah, he only cast 1 card. It didn't. Wait, other than the Delver, only the gut shot was.
It's Mana Leak.
It was a very slow Mana Leak.
He didn't even bother to.
I don't know what just happened there. He showed him a Snapcaster Mage. I don't know what that was about. Do you all know what that was about?
Maybe he drew an instant or sorcery and forgot to reveal it. And then stuck with the blame stick.
I still don't know why he would have showed him the Snapcaster.
Did he show him that?
Yes.
Oh.
He did show it. So here's the problem with Brett's mana base.
No basic lands.
Every card comes into play. If he doesn't have a forest, like every card comes into play untapped. Did he not...
There's that Snapcaster.
Yeah. I guess there's no value in snapping back a gut shot for just 1 damage. Gets in there for 5, dropping Brett to 13.
So now he's actually got a pretty good block on the board. Before that Delver flipped, Brett wasn't under a lot of pressure, but he's going to have to I don't know if he's playing Day of Judgment or...
I don't know if he is in the main deck because he's playing. I mean, he is playing tokens deck, so.
Yeah, Elspeth, Buds. That'd be a good signing.
I think if he.
There's a Rare
There's
Channer's Pike.
Yikes.
So he doesn't have to fear Mana Leak if he does
two-turn
have a
clock.
Day. This is the turn to do it, I think.
Timely reinforcements.
Timely, and they could not be more better time.
He's still going to have to deal with that Delver with
I
the
mean,
Rare
it's
Channer's
just
Pike. Though.
all the.
Well, he can chump out a...
The Snarecaster Mage is irrelevant in this game. That timely reinforcements was just a fog.
Yeah.
It buys him one turn.
That Pike's going to be, what, +4?
+4, so he's going to attack him from 7 down to 12. And I mean, there's a sequence of plays, depending on what Brandon has in his hand and what he draws, where he can just kill Brett next turn with a particularly productive Thought Scour or...
And 2 mana on the field, dare I say.
Dub only runs 19 lands.
4 mana.
He's going to play Parallel Lives, I think, which I don't know if it's any good.
It's not going to save him.
Garukin?
Oh, it's a Garuk that he uses to kill the... That's good.
Okay.
That one will
That
do
brings
it.
him back into the game.
You were
for now.
correct. Don't attack with 2 of them. Oh, because now he's dead to a Snapcat. I mean,
He's got the snag in his hand. He's already revealed it with Delver.
that's a mistake. Yeah, because he's gonna.
If he casts the snag...
Well, he doesn't have. Fortunately
well, he can't
for
quit.
Fortunately for Brett, he doesn't have the extra land to do both. But if he had drawn a land that turn, that would have been a giant blowout.
There's a land off the ponder.
It doesn't matter now because he can't do both. But
He can still equip the Snapcaster.
if he had a gut shot, this would be brutal.
Yeah.
I think he's just going to play another Delver. Gives him a flyer. So
Maybe he was thinking about Vapor Snag there, which doesn't make much sense.
not at this point.
He probably just realized the mistake.
Well, I don't think he made any mistake. I mean, there's.
Just
I don't think
didn't
any
have
of
the
the
land
things.
in time.
Yeah. Once he doesn't have the third land naturally, I mean, he missed his land drop last turn, so he would have had to draw it. But I mean, he could Snapcaster the gut shot. That's a pretty good value too. I mean,
Or he could just sit on the 2 mana.
he's
see what
leaving. Is he
happens.
leaving up Mana Leak? Yes, he has Mana Leak in his
Passing the
hand.
turn.
He's leaving up Mana Leak.
I mean, because Brett doesn't have any significant pressure on the board, really.
Yeah, that's true. Gibbs is definitely got poor position right now.
I mean, and again, nothing that I say as if it's the correct play. I don't think any of us really know what we're doing.
Of course, I would never
But
be so arrogant.
but the Virtue's
It's-
good.
It's a little more dangerous. He doesn't have to worry about
I think
leaving
I
blockers
think-
back now.
I think I would have just played that. And he played around Mana Leak, which was
Yes, he
nice.
did.
Or it may have just been consequential, but I'm going to give him the credit for it.
Yeah, way to go, Brett.
Pro play. He's going to snag one of them, save the damage, make that pike bigger. See, I would have, rather than sit back on Mana Leak, knowing that there's tons of things that he can cast that would, like, if, for example, the Virtue, another Timely, Midnight Haunting, Lingering Souls, none of those would have been counterable in that case with the 6 land. So I think I would just play the Delver there that had the blocker.
Yeah.
So what did he do? He
Traded to one.
he Vapor Snagged and then.
I don't know if I would have
Red's
traded
out.
there.
I don't know if I would trade it.
Well, I can tell you this: the Snapcaster's never going to attack successfully again. I
But
mean,
with
this
the pike on
turn.
it,
Well, yeah.
It could eat one of those dudes every turn.
If you do 2 of them, it'd be double blocked. Sure.
That's probably why he did it.
Geist.
All right.
And Delver.
I think I would have liked the Delver last turn because depending on what he drew here, it could have flipped and he could have just attacked in for the.
But Brett is now looking down the barrel of a 45.
Well, I mean, he's going to have a chump blocker. I don't think it'll kill him this turn. It is.
If Delver flips, though, that's definitely game.
Yeah. But do you think he'll attack with the Geist? I mean, it would trade with that soldier. Is he just going to try to squeeze in the 4 damage? Well, he's
guess
going
it
to equip
depends
the
on what's in
pike.
his hand.
He equips the pike.
I know
There's
one
no
card
reason
is
not to swing.
I know one card is a Mana Leak. Which I'm not sure is relevant. I know Brett's got, 5 cards in hand? 2 of them are Parallel Lives, aren't they? Which I don't think is relevant at all, really.
Not
I don't think so.
anymore. Unless you can stabilize his board
That
position.
may be everything that all he has. Yeah.
Brandon has enough mana. He can equip the pike and leave Mana Leak up next turn.
Brett had one turn to do something great.
Well, the pike doesn't kill him, I don't think.
Well, yeah, obviously.
It makes the Geist a lot harder to kill, though.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about specifically for this turn. I don't think he's dead on board. I think he gets another draw phase.
Well, yeah, I think he has one.
He has every land now. Since missing his third land drop, I don't think
Delver did not flip, which is...
It's good for Brett.
That's great for Brett.
That means he can't attack with it. So Brett's going to have to most likely step in front of the Geist. Because like now that he has 6 mana, all of his token generator spells cost 3, and they're going to make 6 dudes. So as long as as long as the air is vacant of business,
he can chop block on the ground all day.
And I mean, and like I said, he has Lingering Souls tokens. He has another Parallel Lives. If he goes land, Parallel Lives into Lingering Souls, if we're in some situation that Brandon taps out.
You can't ignore the intangible virtue, which bumps those things up even more.
Mm-hmm. Crazy. Well, that's the only reason he's been able to come back in this game, is that he's been able to. I mean, Brandon's done 4 damage to himself, and Brett's been able to get in with vigilant tokens.
And he will, with Elspeth at least, he might be able to gain some life too.
Yeah, I don't think Elspeth is not going to resolve.
No, not as long as Brandon's got that mana leak in his hand.
I guess now he's debating what to do. I mean, what you should do is you should
pass turn.
You should equip something, right?
I would think so.
Because you don't, unless he has 2
There's
mana
no
leaks.
reason not to.
Well, if he has 2 mana leaks,
Or maybe a dissipate.
I don't think they play in main. I mean, I guess he has Snapcaster and a mana leak. What's the other card? Shuffle them the other way. Star Trek people are very loud in there. Star Wars people, I guess.
So
is there a new Star Wars?
Same thing, am I right?
Hello! I'm kidding, I love Star Wars. We were actually talking about, on a really long road trip back from Baltimore this weekend, of how funny it would be if everything in Star Wars was said with a hick accent.
I think you could say that about almost any movie.
Almost, yeah. Or any walk of life, I think. Just
yeah.
take something.
Luke, you gotta go find out Yoder. He's in that Dagobah system. He'll teach you how to be a Jedi. Okay, so, Midnight Haunting.
That's gonna...
I guess it resolves. I really don't know what he's thinking.
That's really gonna bolster his side of the board.
I guess he was thinking about whether or not he wanted to counter and shut Brett out of playing a second spell. That can't be good, right?
I mean, now he's just got infinite jump blockers. Plus, since that Delver's not flipped, he can get in for 8 damage.
Yeah. I mean, he's going to attack with the dude, right? Now, this is, whatever this is, it's going to get leaked. It's a Doom Traveler, right? No, it's a Abundant Growth.
Dude, does Brandon want to leak that?
Oh, look at him thinking about it. He wants to so bad.
I mean, it's a card. Like, it replaces itself. Like, what's the mana leak going to do? Well, I mean, that's entirely wrong. That's wrong for me to say, because he's got, Brett has cards in his... He knows he has another Parallel Lives, and I don't think Brandon could ever beat 2 Parallel Lives.
Is that a township?
Gavany Township on the field.
Yeah, if the Delver doesn't flip, this game's over next turn.
Well, those fly.
Yeah.
I guess... Oh, yeah. No, you're exactly right. Right, I now understand what you said.
All right, so we have a Snapcaster. Splashing back a snag to put one of those tokens back into Oblivion.
Which also... So I guess it's the live and die on the jump flip of the Delver? Nope.
No flips.
So there's another Snapcaster, right? So the last card is not a mana leak, it's a Snapcaster.
He's still got 9 in the air if he uses that township.
Which is basically another Snapcaster, right? So this has turned into quite the
comeback for Brett.
Well, I mean, Brandon stumbled on mana slightly, but that's the...
He was digging in early, though.
That's the knife's edge that you walk when you play Delver. I mean, you don't really want 4 or 5 lands in your first 10 cards. So you play 19, and then sometimes you don't get the third one.
For the snag, yeah.
Well, he's going to flash... I would imagine And again, I don't know anything, but I'd imagine he's snapping back a vapor snag because that's the best result, isn't it?
Is that a Moreland Haunt out there?
Yes.
All right, so he can produce some chump blockers to survive the next turn.
Wouldn't he make a blocker and then put the pike on it? Doesn't that seem like the best move?
Wait, did
He's
he?
doing something with that pike.
Is he tapping the Moreland Haunt to equip the pike?
He did.
That might. Okay.
So here, I guess he's trying to get him to chump the Angel
I
on the flyer.
double block. Got 2/2s.
I mean, I think you just throw the soldier in front of it and let him die and keep your flyers and then swing for 9 damage next turn. And he's got 1 card in his hand, and that's still that mana leak, isn't it?
It's a Snapcaster.
Snapcaster, okay.
So I think he can Snapcaster.
We can't put him out of the game yet.
Does he have a Vapor Snag in his graveyard?
He flashed that one back. I don't know if he has another one. I can't see it. He has 2 Ponders, a Gut Shot, a Gataxian Probe, a Snapcaster, and a Delver, and another card I don't know.
You think maybe he's trying to represent Restoration Angel here?
So Brett's in a situation where if he attacks and Brandon has a trick, he loses. But he is going to play this Elspeth.
So he can gain 3. Does that take him out of...
Well, here's the
I don't
interesting
think that takes
thing.
him out of
Brandon
range.
can't snap back a mana leak to counter that because then he dies.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good. So is he going to gain the life, right?
Okay, so he can't activate Township now.
No, but I don't. Township wouldn't have won in the game because if
Yeah.
he activated Township and he Vapor Snagged one of them, he'd die on the crackback. But now he ups.
Well, actually, his dudes are vigilant, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
so,
yes.
so he can swing with with no downside.
I think Brandon just take it.
Abundant growth again. On Gavin. All to the Archangel.
Okay, so this game is Brandon has to win this turn or he loses because that Volt he's not going to be able to deal with that Volt.
No, of course he's going to gain so much life. And here comes Brett for
And also, so Brandon can't beat the Township, he can't beat the Vault. He's having a hard time with the Parallel Lives, but now he has to kill the Elspeth because Elspeth's going to wipe the board next turn of everything but Brett's dudes.
And that's
which are then going to be Township and Life-linked.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and he just has the other Parallel Lives in his hand. So, God forbid he draws like a Lingering Souls or a... I don't know what just happened there.
He accidentally put the token in his graveyard.
Brett is showing that he has 9 life. Is Brandon deciding if he's blocking or something?
With what?
I'm trying to think what he can draw that would win him the game. I guess you could Snapcaster, Vapor Snag, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you would need to draw like another Vapor Snag.
Draw sleep.
Is he running O-rings or anything that interacts with Elspeth, or does he just have to attack her?
I don't think at least one of them.
No, I don't think Megan. I don't think he does. So Brandon's down to 2. So this is a very interesting draw step.
Thinking about it.
It's hard to feel bad for a Delver player when their Delver doesn't flip because
they'd be winning so out.
They win a lot of games off just a turn 1 dude, turn 3 flying hill giant. So we are surrounded on the backside by the RPG guys, and on the right side they're playing War Machine. So it's very hard for me to concentrate.
A variety of games offered at Lost Legion Games and Comics.
It's good to have people in the shop. There's a lot of people here tonight. It's always good for, that's what you want to see, is a vibrant community out of your hobby shop, but I just wish they would be more quiet. Let's construct a soundproof booth.
Yeah. Actually, we just wish these walls went up a
Yes.
foot higher.
For those of you who are not familiar with our previous podcast, I have mentioned before, but I will mention again that the room that we're currently in, which is to the back of the store and has a door that we can shut to isolate us from the feature match, the walls go to like 1.5 feet or a foot from the drop ceiling, but don't actually connect to the top of the ceiling. So ambient noise is pretty rough. But anyway, back to the game here. I mean, Brandon's only out really is like he can't really attack profitably because Brett is likely going to just chomp.
But there he goes, and that's Angel.
Now he doesn't have to. He's attacking both at Brett. So
at 6. He can actually just soak that and
He's
swing for the
choosing
win,
to
but
block with the spirit.
well, he only needs one dude to win.
that is true.
Um,
He doesn't know if Brandon has a vapor snag or not.
I think Brandon at this point is just hoping Brett makes a mistake. I think he does have a haunt.
So he's blocking
He's
the
taking.
angel.
No, I think he's
blocking the
blocking
dice.
the dice and taking him to 4. And I think that should win in the game, right? Because now he can only block. Well, I don't know what's in his hand.
Well, if he just Gavinees, or well, if he just attacks.
Well, he should ultimate Elspeth now, right? In response, Brandon will make a dude. And then the only thing left on the board will be Brett's 2 guys. Oh wait, is it all non-creature permanent or non-land permanents other than tokens?
I think so. I think
That's
the land
not
state.
that's not good, right? Because
That nixes intangible virtue, and then he would be trading with his token.
He might actually just want to make dudes here.
uh-huh.
Or gain the life. I mean, I guess it's only 2 life.
Well, let's see what this is.
Looks like
If it's a Garrick, he wins, isn't it?
another parallel.
So I would definitely make the 9 dudes here, or however many he gets. And then Brandon pretty much can't do anything to stop all those guys if it goes to the next turn.
Well, he needs to make sure he gains some life. I know that. Yes.
So what happens if Brett doesn't win this turn? Brandon gets a chance to flip the Delver. If that happens, he's got enough power in the air to overrun Brett, even if he makes a bunch of dudes with Elspeth.
Mm-hmm.
If not, then he can get him to 1 with the Angel token.
Okay, so he decides just to go to combat. He's going to gain the life, right? I'm not
Well,
sure.
he hasn't activated anything.
I
but he
would.
has the mana.
I wouldn't. I don't think I've played the extra parallel lives
I don't think I would have either.
because now you can.
It's unnecessary.
Because you
at this
can
point.
township and bolt.
Yeah.
Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They both cost 4 to activate, so it's 10.
Mm-hmm.
So he has enough to do both. Because then you would gain 6 life.
And if Brandon somehow survived the combat, then
You could jump back.
Yeah.
Well, Brett's coming over to play for 4. Gibbs needs a response. Or
Well, he's representing 6.
Yeah.
So he's going to make a dude. No, how generous. That doesn't work.
No.
Yeah.
He has to have a trick or a second blocker, right?
Yeah.
Is he
'cause
slow?
he's
Is
gonna-
he inadvertently slow rolling himself, or does he have a Snapcaster in his hand? Oh, but Snapcaster doesn't get anything, right?
Yeah, Vapor Snag's the only thing that gets him out of this, and I don't think he's got one in the graveyard.
There it is. We figured it out before they did. You know why? Super Baller Tom. Brendan, how are you doing tonight? So that's like...
Off the Heartless.
Which one? He made top 8 last week.
What are you playing?
Monogreen.
That's right.
Monogreen Concubines.
What's the...
I mean, I played first round, then I played Max. And then I played some kid. Just playing like red-green with Staff and then. He did beat me a game, though, so I guess I can.
Staffing is a good Magic card.
It
It's
is.
deceptively good.
I opened one in my Mini-Master last weekend.
You turn 3 Staff and then.
Turn 3? That's pretty impressive.
Turn 2 Archdruid. Turn 3 Staff and then. I was like, yeah, just glad that, it's not a prime titan into a crater hit.
Staff of Nin won me at least 2 games during the Mini-Master tournament last
It
week.
wins Jordan every game he plays with trading posts so he doesn't attack Psychosis Crawler.
Well, what they're doing
Game
now...
3, turn 4, Miracle Revenge of the Hunted, put it on Thrawn, and then double Rancor him. Swung.
Nice.
Not bad.
Would you have hit that Elspeth?
Would you have hit that Elspeth in ultimate range?
There was no way he was going to win if he didn't. And by attacking Brett, he allowed him to do what he did. But Brett also would have played the extra parallel lives. I would have townshipped and vaulted the same turn.
Yeah.
But if Brett didn't have Vapor Snag, then he spent a lot of time thinking about it, and he was just dead. But there's a lot of things that can happen. I mean, the Delver deck has so many instants, and I don't know. It was a good game. I thought Brett was dead for a long time. Have you already won or lost?
Yeah, I'm 6-0 in games.
Oh, just rub it in. Hunter Sumter, 2-time top 8 competitor on here. Well, while they're shuffling up, and now that we have both working audio and working video back, I will remind everyone that if you want to be just like at Justin DZ, who just won our inaugural Rock Paper Scissors giveaway, then you need to follow me on Twitter at ZachSellsMagic. Make sure to find that giveaway tweet, retweet it, and you'll be entered for a chance to win.
I didn't have any money. I was like a 3/4 flash.
Don't want to go back.
I already had the deck planned out. I was like, it's just gonna Delver. It makes all this fun goodness.
But I don't know if we're gonna have time to go into more of the giveaways, or not the giveaways, but the. Did we finish talking about Ultimate Prize?
I think we did. I don't think there's anything left to be said about it.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's a mediocre kill spell. It'll see a little bit of fringe play.
Like, comparing it to like Go for the Throat or Doomblade, and there's always going to be a card that's better than something that was,
Do you think they're going to print a destroy target multicolor creature to go with it? Maybe in Gate Crash?
Maybe. I mean, it seems only fair. And the last was a Dissension. They had that cycle of Guardian of the Guild Pact and something of the Guild Pact, where one was protection from monocolored and the other was...
Yeah.
I play the one in my EDH deck, the pro mono, the one I can play because the other one's black.
Yeah.
In my Rafik deck, but...
What about the uncounterable cycle? Do you think Gate Crash is going to have an uncounterable spell
They
for those
have
guilds?
to. R&D loves their cycles.
I mean, you'd think if they didn't, there would be a lot of complaints from,
I can't wait for the Boros one.
Yeah.
As we were talking about last week, I don't know if you were here, but I'm hoping so hard for a Boros Gideon that's playable. I want a three cost one. I think that might be being slightly greedy, but gosh, it would make my day.
To be honest, I'm not looking forward to Gate Crash as much as Return to Ravnica, because I'm kind of going all in on the black-green cards right now, and so I'm afraid Gate Crash is going to come out with all kinds of awesome stuff for those guilds. I'm going to be like, oh, now I need to get rid of my black-green stuff and play these.
I like to trick myself into thinking, oh, this card will do good in this deck, and this card will make this deck viable. And then I realize I don't know what I'm doing. I'll just wait until the pros play at States and at the first Star City event, and then I'll figure out what decks are good. And then I still won't play Standard. That's how my streak of events will go. But anyway, remind me, as soon as this round is over, I'm going to briefly stop the stream and try to put in this other camera, the studio cam.
Okay.
Because I feel like this is a lot of dead time. I could always do another one of my mini splash screens to invite people to do various things.
So, okay, here's something we can talk about. 4 of the 5 guild charms have been spoiled so far. Golgari is the last one.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think it's going to do?
The charm?
Yeah.
I thought it came out.
The
Or
black
that
green one?
Rakdos charm.
Rakdos came out today. Black green's the last one to be spoiled, which I'm hoping it'll be spoiled soon. I'm really looking forward to it. What I want to see it do is, do you remember Unearth? It was like 1 black.
Oh, I remember Unearth.
Take a dude that costs 3 or less from your graveyard, put it into play. I would be so happy if that was one of the options on the Golgari charm.
That seems too strong.
It really does. It really does.
Did you see the Rakdos charm today?
Yeah, it was kind of underwhelming compared to the other 3.
Well, the last one is pretty cool, where all creatures deal 1 point of damage to their controllers.
That seems anti-tokens in Standard.
It just. I mean, they have 3 uses. It's just so. I mean, they're just.
It just kind of feels like 3 sideboard.
One of them is Torment's Crypt, right? One of them is that new spell, and what's the middle one?
The middle one is destroy target artifact,
Yeah, okay, that's playable.
which is it's reasonable, but it
I
just
guess
feels
that's a
like
sideboard.
sideboard effect.
Yeah, but I guess that's what you. I mean, not every charm can be Bant Charm, I guess, or not Esper Charm.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're back underway here. Round 3 of FNM tonight. Brandon Gibbs is 1-1, and Brett Rose is 2-0, and he got the first game. So Brandon's up against it. Brett attempts to play a scissors lizard. Well, Brandon didn't have turn 1 or turn 2 Delver.
Slow start. Do you know if he plays Restoration Angels? We didn't see any last game.
I don't know. I mean, there's like I was just about to say how I don't know what's in Delver lists anymore. I know that.
I would hope some number of Restoration
Some-
Angels is still in there, because that's very
Well,
strong
but they
card.
don't play Restoration Angel. Some of them play Hero of Bladehold instead, and some of
And
them move
he's-
all those to the sideboard.
Yeah,
and
and
some
he's playing
play
Geist.
Talrand.
He's playing Geist over
Yes.
Blade Splicer, so he might not be running them.
Yes, I think you're right. I think that those are the packages. I think you play Shrine. Like surely he would get Mana Leaked, right? I don't know what's in his hand. I mean, does he have his whole sideboard in his hand? I mean, what? Like, he's not going to win the game by just playing lands and passing the turn.
And
Because
maybe it's going to go Land, Frost Titan.
maybe. So, or maybe some Titan. But I mean, eventually, like the longer the game goes, the better chance Brett has.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, he's
I
got
think
to be a
Brandon wants
huge
to win
favorite.
fast.
Yeah. I guess that's the difference between a Swarm deck and a Tempo deck. Just in their names, you would assume that. But I mean, he's going to play. Is he going to play Garrick here? It's going to get countered.
Or is it Parallel Lives?
It's a Gurk.
Yep.
Garrick hits? What's in his hand? And this is by no means any kind of commentary on Brandon's playability. I just simply don't know what he could have at this point. I mean, I guess maybe he has a lot of Snapcasters.
Do you
Maybe
think
he has maybe his sideboard's in his hand and they're not relevant at this point.
Yeah.
Is that a timely reinforcement?
I mean, I'm guessing he didn't bring anything in from the board to deal with the Shrine. I mean, I'm sure he might
there's
have some
Angel.
Mental Artifact.
There's
Okay, so that may have come in from the board.
Is they going to kill Garrick? Does Garrick start on 3 or 4?
Garrick starts on 3.
Alright, so...
He is dead.
So Garrick was a Grizzly Bear that cost 4. Well, Grizzly Bear that cost 4 and said gain 3 life.
He has 4 mana fog, yeah.
4 mana fog plus
Plus a bear.
Woof. It's a woof.
What's that Shrine up to now, 2?
Million, I think. I think it's $1 million.
$1 million? He should
That's
pop
right.
that.
Sorry.
I kind of doubt he has 1 million mirror tokens.
We're going to make this.
Woof
so
token.
that anytime a Woof token makes an appearance. Yep, deal with that, the internet. I'm putting this over the game. So from now on, every time a Woof token makes an appearance,
Or attacks.
well, not attacks. I mean, the game get out of control at that point. But. So Brandon was on the all Restoration Angel plan. So
Yeah.
to answer your question, he is playing Restoration Angel.
Transformational sideboard into mono Restoration Angel.
I mean, I guess this is good enough, right? Because
I mean, Brett's got to have Midnight Hauntings and Lingering Souls to chump block them, or to gang block them, I guess, if he wants to throw 4 of them in front of it.
This is turn 6. Wow.
Yeah, I don't think Brandon's missed a land drop, has he?
which is very, very fortunate since he does have the mono Angel's hand. Did Brett miss his trigger on his Shrine?
Oh,
Yeah.
there he is. A little
not a
late,
May.
but
It's not a May, but... Oh, no, at FNM levels, you still get your Mays, right? See that Abundant Growth... He has Abundant Growth on one of those? No, it's just 2 lands. The Shrine's not gonna... The Shrine's not
With
gonna do it.
parallel lives on the field.
It's not gonna do it, though. Like, he'll be dead before then.
Or not.
timely.
Timely.
Six dudes. Gain 6 life, right? So he's back up to 20.
And he gets a counter on both of those shrines.
If he drops,
Unfortunately, those tokens are soldiers.
if he drops Intangible
Yeah.
Virtue, though, he's going to be in business.
They are not wolves. How good would that card be if it just made 1/1 woofs. Woof attack.
Double
Wolf
snag
pack.
it.
So it drops Brett to 18. I don't even know if that's any good.
I don't either.
I mean, you got to use the cards. Like,
He's putting.
but wouldn't you save those for flyers?
Well,
Like, you're not going to win the game with them right now. Oh, he's loading up a pike.
yeah.
How did I miss this? 1, 2, 3. That's 9 total, right? So he's dead next
Jeez
turn.
Louise. What can Brett do? It costs mana to pop the shrines, right?
It costs 3. Yeah, so he could do it with what he has on board, but not, obviously not. Well, obviously not with Air Summoning Sick.
Are we gonna see?
He needs to be able to block something.
He needs a. He needed a Vault of the Archangel, or he needed. What's the dude? Midnight Haunting or Lingering Souls? Lingering Souls is what he needs right here.
Yeah.
But then a Snapcaster and he's dead, right?
If he can live for a turn
No. He can live 1 turn and then a win.
and
But
pop
there's
that
no way
biggest
he can.
shrine.
There's no way he can win. Oh, that
What are we
can't be
gonna
right.
see?
Can't be right.
Elspeth?
Gain some life off Elspeth. That'll buy him a turn. He can't pop the shrine though now.
He'll gain 4 life.
But next turn he can pop a shrine and get a billion life from having a billion dudes.
That is true. Then the turn after that, he can Gavany and swing for
Yeah.
tons.
I mean, here's the deal. Brett Rose has done pretty well for himself at FNMs, and he is not. He's played this deck. He built this deck and has played it more than me. So I'm going to defer to his knowledge. I guess I shouldn't be double guessing it or second guessing it, but it really looks like he's up against it here. So he knocks Brandon down to
And
16.
unless Brandon's got some serious tricks up his sleeve, Brett is looking to stabilize.
Yeah, I think he can at least live through this turn, more than
Yes.
likely.
Unless he's got 5.
3 means O-ring?
Yeah,
No, 3 means Snapcaster plus Vapor Snag.
Or maybe Geist.
If he has an O-ring here, I think he just like snap O-rings that Elspeth.
Mm-hmm.
He's thinking about it too hard for it to be an O-ring then.
Yeah, because if Brett untaps, he'll make 11 guys and gain 15 life.
Yeah.
And then that's the thing. He'd be up there.
That is you nailed it, Sam.
That is a valid thing to do in a game of Magic.
Okay, so
Is that timely?
a timely, but only for the dudes, right?
Well, yeah, he gets the dude.
Well, he's loading the pike, too.
Yeah, but he doesn't gain. He gets chump blockers, but he doesn't gain the life, right?
No. Which is really bad because Brett's about to gain so much.
So he's coming in here for what, 10?
Yep. 6 regular and 4 from the pike.
So that'll bring Brett to 3.
I'm assuming he's attacking
Can he
Brett.
triple? If he could triple Super Snag.
I think he's only got 1 card in his hand.
I'm just saying
Is he going to kill Elspeth?
Oh, yeah, he might be considering attacking her. That's
You kind of have
probably
to,
the thing to
don't you?
do here.
Yep.
So he just takes 3.
He takes Elspeth out.
I think that put Brett out of it. I don't
That was
don't
a
know
good
that he can
decision
play
on
anything.
Well, he still gets to draw. Still gets to draw cards.
I mean, he's looking for another Elspeth here, or a Vault of the Archangel. Or
No, he drew a Lingering Souls.
Oh, well, that helps.
Lost.
So what's that going to make, 8 flyers?
He only needs to resolve 1/2 of it, and then I think he needs to pop one of those shrines.
Yeah.
I'll talk briefly with
If he can navigate himself to a position where he's popped the shrines at the end of Brandon's turn, and then Gavany Townships, he can attack for more than Brandon's life total.
I was just watching a person not gonna watch it on video.
When you bump that table, it affects with the autofocus.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's not you. I asked them out there when they kicked that table. So he resolved 1/2 of it. Like, he doesn't even need to resolve the other half of it, does he?
He did, though.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't. Just from Parallel Eyes.
I think that's correct, right?
I think that's right. And he can do that at instant speed if he really wanted to. Pop a shrine.
Yeah, because then he just wins next turn, right? With the
Yeah, if he can get to the point where he can pop the shrine at the end of Brandon's turn, and then Township on his own turn, he can attack for more than what he
They're
needs.
swinging for a lot.
More
so,
importantly, there's like less than
no,
5
it's gonna
minutes left in
block
the
it.
round. So
Yeah.
at this point, Brett could pay for the tie and the win.
Yeah.
Not that that's in Brett's disposition, and it may not come down to that because this game is very close to being over on one side or the other. So he's just eating the 4, right? He can't block now because he needs more on the Alpha Strike. Plus, those dudes are going to be 3/3s next turn,
Yeah.
or 2/2s at least.
And he can shrine at the end of Brandon's turn.
Yeah, he can shrine in response to the attack.
Yeah.
So he's not going to get in here for. He's not going to damage Brett this turn because Brett has. He would need 3 gut shot. He would need 3 vapor snag effects.
Yeah.
3 gut shots or vapor snag or dismember or whatever.
And even then, he only hits for 3.
Brandon has. I love how I lean over to the side, got my laptop as if I can see.
That was hard.
That was 2 excellent games.
Those are 2 very good
I don't
games.
think the game was necessarily over, but I don't know what I could have. Was he showing him 2 Garricks? Is that the only flip card in his deck?
Yeah,
so.
I believe so.
Well, there's only 5 minutes left. I'm going to take a brief break here and try to set up this additional camera. But everyone is more than welcome to tune in. We'll go to the win and in round, see if we can find a good match for the last round, and then we'll go into the top 8.
Hooray.